Hello, my name is Alan,
I'm Linda.
and we'd like to welcome you to our Ma and Pa Write a Book series. Right now we're going to be talking about how Ma and Pa write a book about dogs.
As Alan and Linda Anderson, we are midlife, as they call it, authors. And our nest was empty, our children were grown, and we were thinking, what could we do to make our lives very meaningful and to bring more love into this world? We wanted to be what we were calling ourselves a golden team that would be able to inspire people and help people to feel good about their lives. And so we decided to start Angel Animals.
One animal that you might be hearing his panting because he's behind the camera is Leaf. And I'm going to introduce him. He's a Cocker Spaniel that we rescued from the local shelter, I guess about a year ago, and he's just been a delight ever since. We've been very, very fortunate that he's grown to become part of our family.
Leaf.
Leaf, come here. Leaf, come.
He doesn't come when we call him.
Oh, here he does.
We started taking obedience training classes, and he's learning his commands and just becoming a very wonderful little member of our family.
Leaf.
Yes. Now, we named him Leaf not just because we live in Minnesota and it's not Leif Erikson. It's Leaf, like the leaves, because he loves leaves. And when we went our first walk with him, he immediately jumped into a big pile of leaves. He's a great little guy, and we love him very, very much. And our bird, Sunshine, likes to watch Leaf. It's like having her very own home movie.
Okay, Leaf.
So here's the cover of Angel Dogs, and it has a foreword by the Today Show, Willard Scott, wonderful weatherman and entertainer, and he's been a great friend to the Angel Animals series over the years. And so Willard wrote about angel dogs. He says, "I love angel dogs. Its stories and messages will amaze and delight you. Alan and Linda Anderson's book will make a wonderful gift." Now, in Angel Dogs, at the time we wrote this book, we had our dog Taylor. And Taylor, I'll show you her picture in the book. I think you'll be able to see it. We decided to give her own column, her own advice column. And so we called it Ask Taylor. So Alan, what's one of your favorite stories in Angel Dogs?
One of my favorite stories in Angel Dogs is a story titled Lee County Prisoners Give Life to Death Row Dogs. This is a beautiful story about the cell dog program in Lee County, Florida, and I went down there and talked with the inmates and talked with the guards and talked with... He's going to squeak his toy.
Leaf has found his squeaky toy.
Well, the story itself is about Jay, who is an inmate at the prison, and he became part of the dog training program for cell dogs. And this is a different kind of program where the dogs were being trained to become pets in the community, because these dogs were also in sort of a situation where they were going to be euthanized. They were at the local shelters, and said, well, if they were trained and they were properly taken care of and learned to sit and stay and be good pets, then maybe we wouldn't have to euthanize them. So they had Lee County prisoners. Of course, they were, screened, and they were good people that wouldn't hurt the dogs. They would learn how to train them, and the dogs came in and went through a very strenuous 8-week course. Well, when I went down there, I did a presentation with the inmates, and I also saw how they train the dogs. And it's just the most amazing thing to watch these young men do all they have to do to bond with that dog and to make that dog into the most loving pet that you could imagine. And then they would adopt them out to local community members who would want a beautiful pet. Hershey is the name that the dog that Jay was training. And Jay went through an 8-week course with Hershey and went through the ups and downs. Of course, through all this, one thing that Jay had against him, at least on the surface, was that he was deaf. He was not able to hear or anything, so he had to use hand signals and other methods of training. But Hershey became the top top-notch dog. He was adopted to a wonderful family, had a wonderful life, and basically was going to be euthanized prior to this program bringing this dog to jail to be trained as a pet. The inmates are amazing. When I went down there and I talked to the inmates and the guards and I interviewed different people, they were telling me over and over and over again, the dogs make such a difference. That particular unit in the jail had less violence, had less repeat offenders, had all the things that you would really want to see in a penitentiary or in a jail situation where these people actually were rehabilitated. They went out into the world knowing that they had something to offer because they were able to view themselves as a dog would view them, with the love and the compassion and with the hope that the life could be better than it was.
One of my favorite stories is called Haley, the Angel Dog Who Helped Me Through Cancer. It's written by Ashley Phelps. At the time she wrote the story, I think she was, about 12 years old or something like that. She had cancer, and she, of course, as any young girl of that age would be, she was devastated by the thought of being different and having to have chemo and radiation and losing her hair and all of these terrible things. She had to drop out of school for a while. When she went to the radiation center at the cancer clinic in Bend, Oregon, to her surprise, there was a dog there in the waiting room. It actually was a prison dog. Came out of a prison dog training program. Well, Haley and Ashley just clicked immediately, and it completely changed Ashley's whole viewpoint of having to go there. In fact, she was looking forward to seeing Haley when she would go there, and it was just a beautiful story about the transformation that this one dog made in Ashley's life. Well, after Ashley wrote her story, she sent it to us. She actually entered it in our Angel Dogs contest, and she won one of the prizes. And then we were able to get it published in this book. And so we asked her, would you like to have a book signing in your hometown? So she said she would like that very much. And so Alan talked to the coordinator at Barnes & Noble, and they set up a book signing for her, and they invited all of her family and friends, and there's an article about her in the local newspaper, and she just had a wonderful time and very enthusiastic. She wanted to write her own book about her experiences, and this helped to encourage her and to bring her full circle from that experience of having cancer as a child.
Angel Dogs, we just discovered a few days ago, is going to be published in Brazil in the Portuguese language, both as a print book and an audio book. We're just delighted it's going to be happening probably before Christmas.
Yes, they said that they wanted to have it out before Christmas, so that was pretty exciting.
That is exciting.
People have had wonderful reactions to this book. It's been reprinted several times now. It makes a great gift book. Thank you for joining us today. We've had a wonderful time telling you all about Angel Dogs, and we appreciate that you've come to Ma and Pa Anderson's living room.
Goodbye.
Bye.